Hey, it's Aidan. In this video, I wanted to walk through the three stages to a really great sales call. This is something that myself and Ashley, we've been working on for quite a while, and it's been incredibly highly converting. It's one of the big challenges that a lot of people face. People find that sales is quite awkward and icky, and basically we've explored a bunch of frameworks and different approaches. And truth be told, this kind of three-phase call process thing is gonna really help. We call it the discovery call, but you can call it whatever the heck you like. A sales call. The discovery call just sounds nicer. But anyway, let me move my head out of the way and let's crack on with the training. So again, this is the discovery call process. If you want a copy of this as a worksheet, just comment worksheet down below, or if you're watching this on our website, you should be able to just click a button just below this video or somewhere around this video to download a copy of that worksheet. And again, this is taken actually out of our momentum model, specifically the uncomfortable sales part. Now, sales is a really bizarre one. We'll talk about that in just a second, but there are kind of three major things that we found that a lot of entertainers are struggling with in order to take their entertainment business to the next level. The first is that they're suffering from unclear offers, and they're just kind of doing time for money, or they're just struggling away, not really offering much to clients other than I'll show up, do some tricks, job done. And the truth is you're way more valuable than that. And actually packaging that in a really great offer is something that we'd love to help you with. Second thing, lack of leads. At the end of the day, you can't make money if you don't have the leads coming in. And that's a really big challenge for a lot of people. And then the third piece of the puzzle, the one we're zooming in on today, is actually that sales can often feel quite uncomfortable and awkward, especially if you're not a salesperson. And don't worry, we're not going to turn you into like a sleazy salesperson, used car salesman, or whatever the heck you've got in your mind on that, because we don't believe in it, truth be told. Now, sales is really interesting because you can get all the leads in. You can get 1,000 leads tomorrow, but if you're not very good at sales, you're just playing a numbers game at the end of the day, and you're just hoping for the right people. And the truth is, if we can nail this process, we're in such a great position. In a great position, not only because our offers will be better, they'll stand out stronger, but we'll also create raving fans and incredible clients to come back and book us again, again, and again, and become long-term and lifetime supporters of the stuff that we do. And the truth is, this this blueprint, we call it, as I said, we call it the discovery call rather than a sales call, because it sounds nicer when you tell a client that you're going to hop on a discovery call. And it does two things. The discovery call does two things. It checks that you're a great fit for the client to actually make sure that you are the right person for them, and also make sure that the client is right for you. So that you're not just taking on each and every client that comes through your way. You're actually working with the right people, the people that you actually enjoy and respect, rather than just whoever shows up. It's a really important point. But the big problem is that when it gets to these sales calls, or sometimes it doesn't even get to these sales calls, we've all been guilty of sending a million emails back and forward and quoting an email, which is something that I'm not a fan of. We can avoid that pretty quickly because I know somebody who's got over 83,000 unread emails sat in their email box. Sending one email with your quote on is just going to get lost in there. So sales calls are the way forward, more specifically the discovery call. Anyway, rather than the big problem that people face is that it's the pitching element of a sales call. It's the, oh my God, I practiced my elevator pitch and my package pitch, or whatever the heck people are calling them nowadays. And the truth is, I don't like that at all, and I don't think you should. I think you should do something completely different. And instead of feeling uncomfortable trying to pitch to our clients, what if we didn't pitch at all? What if we could just not pitch to our clients, yet still get booked for like top tier packages without having to resort to any psychology hacks and any of that kind of approach? Let's just be really authentic here and not sell. And the way we do that is we actually flip it on its head. The solution is actually inviting the clients to find out more. Actually focusing on inviting them into your world to find out what it is that you can do to help them. Because that's what we're doing. We're helping clients. We're not entertaining them. That's one thing of many. We're actually helping them achieve incredible things. And rather than selling and pitching all the time, we can flip this around and we can invite them into our world. This is really a really interesting thing, but please watch to the end of this because we're going to go over the three phases. Because the big mistake people make when they hear this, we had a couple of our clients said this once. They came to us and said, "Oh yeah, I tried this," and they sent us some like info about the call, and they said they basically went through a call and they said, so do you want to hear about what it is that I could do at your event? And that's not really an invite. That's not really the kind of invitation that we're after, because it's just like a question before pitching normally, and it's a very different situation. So actually, the key to really great discovery calls to master the invitation is actually in what comes before it. And the way I like to see it is this. Let's imagine that I am your little client, partly because there's an image there that we've just covered it up. But let's say I'm a potential client, little mini me. Your job is simple. Your job is to get me all the way through the sales conversation to money in the bank and a gig in the diary. That's your job. And we have to do it through a series of processes. We have to ask certain questions. We have to find out, A, if we're right for them, and where the event is and when the event is, check our availability, find out what they actually want, find out if we can offer it, and get them through the whole process into that booking. There's lots of different steps that we have to go through. And a sales, the all-in-one sales conversation, that is. But the thing is, yes, we have to go up each of those steps before we get to that point. But the job of a really great sales conversation is not to take them through every single step like that. It's to take them through every single step like that, but have it feel like it's an escalator. They step on that first step, and the whole thing, the system, the process just does all of the work and gets them to the end result without them having to jump over hurdles and step up every step all the way through. It should feel like it's going up an escalator. And that's, if we can get to that point, works like stairs, feels like an escalator in our discovery calls, our sales conversations. We're in such a great position. And again, how do we do that? It's three key phases. And again, we're going to run through these, but if you want a copy of those worksheets, just comment worksheet just below, and I'll hook you up with this example. But discovery call, 3 steps. And you have to do them in this order. This is really important. The order is crucial to making this work. And step number 1, phase number 1, we call the greeting. The greeting is simple. It does 2 things. First of all, it puts your clients at ease by just being human. We're not going to get them on a conversation and immediately jump straight in talking about their event and immediately start pitching at them. We're going to actually find out, and this feels like common sense, but we're actually going to find out, A, how they are, how their day's been, all that kind of stuff, all the pleasantries that a good conversation normally has. And we're going to put them at ease. That's really important, because they know that you're about to sell at them. And the easiest way to avoid that, I like to say out in the open, like, obviously these conversations you try and get pitched at right at the end, like it's same with webinars and stuff, try and get pitched at the end. So we're not going to, I just want to make sure that I'm right for you, and just address it if you have to. I tend not to do that so much anymore, but putting them at ease is great. And the second thing that this phase does is actually find out about their event. Like, where are they right now? What is it that they've got going on right now? Have they booked entertainment? Are they just getting started? Where are they in the event planning? For example, newlyweds are going to approach their wedding entertainment very, very differently to people who are like a month away from their wedding and still don't have entertainment. You need to find out that, because that's going to give you the right angle and the approach in the discovery call. And actually, when it comes down to the next stages. Now, phase number 2 is future pacing. Now, this is it's my favorite stage, just because I love it. We get to play for a little while. But future pacing is a psychological term, tool, whatever you want to call it, designed to actually get people to see like an end result, and in such vivid detail that taking the initial action now is so much easier, and it's much easier for them to say yes because of the end result. For example, in the world of health and fitness, really great programs don't sell the 20 billion workouts you're going to do every single week. They're going to make you sweat and feel all sweaty and amazing. They're going to force you 3 salad leaves a day, and that's it for your calorie deficit. That, fun fact, doesn't particularly work, but that's a conversation for another time. But they don't tell you that in order to join, you're going to have to do all of these are all amazing things. Instead, what they do is they paint the picture. Really great programs, really great marketing helps you paint the picture of, like, where are you right now as this mildly rotund, blame it on Christmas if you have to, as mildly rotund, and the transformation, the 90-day journey. After 90 days, you're going to be like Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, like fully built. That's what they paint the picture of. And the clearer the picture is of you being and living life as Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, the easier it is for you to say yes to the program now. And it's the same thing in entertainment. The clearer they can see their dream event, their dream wedding, their dream after dinner event, whatever the niche is, it really doesn't matter. But the clearer they can see the absolute dream and the gaps associated with it, like here you are right now, here's where you want to be, here's a little bit of a gap in the middle, the easier it's going to be to fill in a solution. And what's important is that you're not telling them that you're a solution, you can fix all of their problems. You're not doing that at all. Your job is simple. Find out where they are right now, find out what their absolute dream event is, and let them go wild here. Like, my favorite conversation or question in these calls is quite simply, tell me about your absolute dream event. Like, go crazy with this. Just what would have to happen for this to be the best event ever? And the amount of ideas that they get, or that I get out of that one question alone, it's really worth asking. It just makes your life so much easier. But when you've done that, you find out where they are right now, where they want to be. It's clear that they're not in the same place. It's clear that they're not on track so much for that. Then we can move to phase 3, the invitation. And that's inviting them to find out actually more about what it is that you do. And in this case, you're not having to pitch, because they're asking you how you can help them make that possible. The way I like to see it is, it's like when you go to these events, you see like what are the people with the they're like the canapé. Is it canapé? It might be canapés, but they walk around with these like little foodie bits on a tray, and they're offering, would you like one? Some people say yes, some people say no, and that's the way I like to see this discovery call. It's like, well, here are 3 ways that I can help you, or 3 entertainment packages that might be right for you. And you can just offer it on this plate and let them be the judge. That way you're not pitching and selling or everything, because you've done it all in the pre-frame through the greeting and future pacing. Instead, you're just offering your help on a plate and letting them do all the work. And that's when we can do this whole overcoming objections approach and dealing with them at that point. And what's really beautiful is that what traditionally is a full 100% sales call, it's like 80% valuable conversations, really useful, fun, exciting, regular conversation. And then 20% of it, at the most, is sales. And it's like the 80-20 rule there, which is quite a nice one to go with. It's much easier. It's incredibly highly converting, actually, following that process. So again, in summary, it sounds stupid, but the easiest way to get effortless sales is to just stop pitching in that conventional sense and actually start pre-framing everything by pointing out their and getting clear on their wants, their aspirations, their challenges, all of that stuff, emphasizing that there's a need for a solution, and then offering the opportunity to find out how you might be able to help. And from there, it's so rare that people say no. In fact, I don't think I've ever had anybody say no to finding out more. I think maybe once, I think once, maybe twice, actually using this specific framework. Has anybody said no? Has any client said no to this? It's really converting, because it's like you plant the seed of an idea, and once it's in there, it's stuck, and it can only grow in their minds. And if they can clearly see like the big gap between where they are right now and what their dream event could be, and how easily that could be fixed, that seed is just going to grow and grow and grow. If they say no, or let me think about it on the call, or anything like that, really good stuff. But yes, hopefully that's useful. And if you want any help I should have thought about this. If you want any help fixing any of these problems, actually you're unclear off a lack of leads and uncomfortable sales, we'd love to help you inside the Momentum program. It's 6 weeks. It's a 6-week, in quotes, program designed to get you up to $2,000 a month as an entertainer by fixing those 3 problems, by getting you a set of desirable offers that your clients crave for their events, going from a lack of leads to consistent lead flow every single month, and then actually turning your uncomfortable sales into effortless sales with a really great discovery call, like we've kind of outlined in this video, a really great follow-up, easy follow-up, and make the whole thing happen in literally 90 minutes or less per week. If you'd like help with that, just comment Momentum, seems fitting, just drop Momentum down below, and we'll be able to have a chat and see if you're a good fit. But with that said, hopefully that's been useful. That's been the kind of the 3 stages. Remember, we're not pitching, we're not selling, we're inviting the client into our world. When we start doing that, everything is a game changer. Hopefully that's been useful. Catch you very, very soon.